guys, it's the Quincy here to read Fairy Tail Chapter 331 review. Now, I read this chapter when I woke up in the morning, and gonna be straightforward with you guys. Hiro Mashima took a huge step back. But before I get into the review, I have a guest here today with me. You might know him, might not. We do the police reviews together. Everyone, ladies and gentlemen, the Shinigami.
Yo. So I decided to, help the Quincy out on Fairy Tail review this week.
I honestly felt like if he wasn't here, this entire review, but one part would just be an entire rant. So he's here, deal with it. Alright, enjoy it, laugh, whatever. But okay, we're gonna get started with the review. Well, there's pretty much just only 3 key points in this chapter. The beginning part, Wendy and Zelkonis, and then Luffy and Natsu. No, there's 4, but I just told you the first 2. Then Jalal, and then Natsu again. Not Natsu, Lucy. I almost said Luffy. Sorry, guys. One Piece Marathon. So, alright, anyways, let's get started with this review.
Okay.
So, you want to go first, Shinigami?
Sure. Okay. So we see Zelkonis, and, he's just talking about how basically stupid everybody is, thinking they can beat him with magic or whatever. And so, of course, we see a snapback to Lucy, and she's still naked, and she's like, more importantly, where are my clothes? He grabs her, he's gonna eat her. He says, let's see if you can stop me before I eat this woman. And so Wendy goes to attack, and I believe Mira Jane does too. But then he just roars or something. I don't know. I need to catch up on Fairy Tail. But next thing I know, he's up in the air and he's flying. He says, you can't even reach me up here, but Mira Jane comes up and she hits him, and he says it's not very effective, and he throws Lucy. I don't know. I'll let you fill in on this in more detail.
Alright, well, Mary Jane enters her demon takeover, her new one that she acquired after 3 months of training. I like it. It's a nice form. It's badass looking. I like Mary Jane, so it's good to see her get some screen time. Wendy then activates her Arms Expunere spell to increase pretty much her attack power. Like you said, Mary Jane attacks, pretty much does nothing to Zelkonis, and then from above, Wendy releases her Sky Dragon Roar, and it does do damage to him, and he's caught off guard. So, pretty much Wendy is getting the scrub fight in this dragon attack. But, it's better than her getting a really tough dragon, I guess. So I really didn't mind this part. It was alright to me. So yeah. Next part, I guess I'll go first.
Okay.
Lucy gets thrown, and she's flying through the air naked. We see Natsu and Future Rogue fighting on Mother Greya. I don't quite remember their conversation, but then Lucy smacks into Natsu. Lucy and Natsu fly off the dragon. Lucy's boobs are pressed up against Natsu's face, and then they land inside a church bell. Luffy's why do I keep saying Luffy? Natsu. His face is still pressed up in Lucy's boobs. He asks us why they're naked, or why she's naked. And then, Lucy pretty much says, I need to cover up. And here's where Natsu, being the brilliant strategist he is, decides to pop a fill. I'm not going to continue with that part. I'm just going to get to the part where Lucy said there's a fire dragon, and then a rock dragon, and then something about eating, and then Natsu gets another idea. But I didn't like this part at all. Fan service week was last week, Hiro. You're a week behind. Well, actually, you gave us Naked Lucy last week, too. So I guess you're just going to continue on the fan service and not put any major story development in Fairy Tail. So I'm done with that part. I'll hand it to you, Shinigami. Here you go.
Okay. Well, if you want, this isn't related to the review, but well, kind of. But whenever I'm editing this, I can put like a flash of that scene if you want. Considering I edited it.
A flash of what scene?
That scene with Lucy flying through the air and hits Natsu and whatnot.
Okay, that sounds good.
Alright. Okay, well, what I thought of this part was I agree with the Quincy, surprisingly. It really was not much point to this scene at all, but I did enjoy it a lot. And the Lucy hitting Natsu off of the dragon reminded me of the scene from the Avengers whenever Iron Man hits Thor. It wasn't nearly as badass though, and people were wearing clothes. So, but it just had the same sort of, effect. 1 second, 2 people are talking, then bam, somebody else comes in, takes them clear out. But I really enjoy the scene because, as some people who follow me on Twitter may know, I am a Lucy fanboy. So any scene with Naked Lucy is, great. Fan service week was last week, but Mashima is always, a week behind. But I did enjoy this. All I can say is, Natsu, you lucky duck. But yeah, I have spent all of yesterday and today calming myself down for the chapter review, so I wouldn't drag on. So all I can say is I rate the Naked Lucy scene 10 out of 10. Alright, back to you, Quincy.
We're going to go to the next part, which, in my opinion, is the best part of this chapter. Which probably is the part that pretty much is not going to make me rage that much. We see Urza, and she's finding those Godzilla babies. And she pretty much goes down. She falls down. And it turns out the leg that she injured during her fight with Minerva is acting up again, and she isn't able to stand. She's also separated from her comrades, and it looks like it looks like she's gonna die again, but she doesn't. Pretty much, what I think is the most badass thing in the chapter. Jalal comes out, and he blasts all the Godzilla babies away. And, he makes a cool entrance, so I enjoyed that. And then we see Miliana, and it would be this crazy psychotic bitch. I mean, she sees Jalal, and then she forgets about the fate of humanity. It seems like she cares more about revenge more than the human race. And you know what, you crazy little bitch, you need to stop and die, alright? Because she attacks Jalal, and that's where that scene cuts off. So, Jalal coming in, that was awesome. Miliana, not so much. She needs to go away. I don't like you, Miliana. I do like you more than Lucy, but I don't like you that much. So I'm just gonna end it right there. Back to you, Shinigami.
Yeah. Definitely love the Jerza scene. It's always nice to see him come in. I definitely like his character now that he's not, totally crazy. But, yeah, Miliana attacking him was just like, girl, you need to take a seat. Get your priorities straight. Fate of humanity is lying partially on his shoulders. You're gonna knock out a giant pillar from underneath the house. It's gonna crash down on one side. And then the rest of it will slowly crumble if you're successful. So, I don't know, tie yourself to a tree or something. Just stay out of the way. But yeah, that's all I have to say.
Gonna add something to that.
Okay.
And Miliana, if I can talk to you right now, I'm going to ask yourself this. Alright? I'm going to ask you this. Jalal just saved Urza. If you take out Jalal, you're pretty much taking out pretty much any mage other than a Dragon Slayer who is capable of fighting off these Godzilla babies other than Jura. Alright? You're taking him out. And if he's taken out, then your chances of surviving are brought down. So yeah, you get your revenge, but then you die in the process.
Mm-hmm.
So it's clear that she's not thinking. She's probably horny or something. I don't really know, but yeah. Well, yeah. I hope Jalal kills Miliana. That would be fun. But yeah, on to the next part. The last part, not very big. Future Lucy, not Future Lucy, she's dead. We know she's dead. Lucy, is clothed again with Virgo's help. Natsu's flying off and happy, and then Lucy finds her journal, which pretty much is Future Lucy's journal. And I have no idea where that's going to go. If it's about the dragons, then it's a little too late for that. If it's about the way to get the dragons back into the Eclipse Gate, I'm not going to like that because I'd rather see my boy Cobra and Laxus do work on those dragons and kill them. Actually, I want to see dragons dead, pretty much. I want to see the Dragon Slayers do what they're supposed to do and kill the dragons. So if this is a way to get the dragons back in the gate, I'm not going to like it. So, over to you, Shinigami.
Let me just say this. Convenience. How convenient was it that the dragon happened to throw Lucy hard and far enough that she, well, besides hitting Natsu, landed pretty much right beside her old self's journal. It's like, really? How convenient is that? Oh, what's it doing in a place like this, on top of all this rubble? Oh, look. It's just the level of convenience is too damn high. I can't even think of a good comparison to another anime. Like, that's like, I don't know. It's like Goku being thrown onto one planet and finding 8 of the 9 Dragon Balls. Are there 9 Dragon Balls? I can't remember.
There's 7, dude. 7.
So 6 of the 7. So basically, it's like him finding 98% of them or whatever. But yeah, the level of convenience was too much. And I agree with you. If it's a plan, a convenient plan to get the dragons back in the game, close it or whatever, that's just too much. And Mashima will really be taking a step back with the story if he does that. So yeah, that's all I have to say.
I'm gonna say something. It's almost as convenient as someone knocking Luffy halfway across the world and him landing where the One Piece is at.
Yeah. That's
how convenient it would be. So, that did make me smile a little bit. But, it looks like this review's done.
Yeah. Oh, basic fact or no?
This chapter doesn't deserve a basic fact.
Okay.
You're funny.
Well, do you still want to do the overall chapter rating or no?
Overall chapter rating, 1 out of 5.
Yeah, storyline out of 5 stars would have to be like 1 star, and that's giving it some fan
That's being
service.
nice.
That's being nice, yeah. So yeah, just 1 out of 5 stars really. Compared to the other stories we got this week, I mean that's just 1 out of 5. So yeah,
Oh,
huh?
I'm gonna say something about that last part about Lucy finding her journal. If Natsu was 1 foot to the left, Lucy would have missed that journal by like a couple meters or so,
Yeah, like a mile.
like a mile. She probably would have died in the process.
Mm-hmm.
So I wish Natsu was like a foot to the left. But yeah, that's it for the chapter review. That's it. That's all.
Okay. The links are in the description. You can find our Facebook page and like us, and you can follow us on Twitter. Remember, like this video, add it to your favorites, subscribe to our channel, send this video to your friends. We greatly appreciate all of it. And we'll be posting more reviews and maybe discussions. So, since this isn't really my review, I'll just say I'm going first. So, I am the Shinigami, and I'm signing off.
He is a Shinigami, special yes. A few more things to add. Sorry this turned into a rant, but you guys can agree that if Hiro Mashima picks it up a little bit and brings out consistent chapters, keeps the fan service down by a lot, keeps the story going, growing, it would have been better. If you would have saw at least a little bit of the fight between Cobra and the Rock Dragon, or Laxus and Atlas Hell Flames, this chapter might have turned out differently. If the fan service was cut down, it might have actually been more of a review instead of a rant. But yeah, like what he said, the links are down below. And I'm the Quincy. Adios, Otakus.